Now, how are we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another day on the channel. Sorry, there's stuff if you saw the ground. There is stuff everywhere. Going to be looking at the red 205 today. And I'll just show it to you here now. Let's zoom out there as well so you can see the car properly. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this car, where we're going with it, what needs to be done, and see can we get any jobs done to it. I do want to show you the red 205 because it is, again, not a million miles away at all of being put back on the road. It looks, again, a lot worse than what it is. But basically what's holding up this project at the moment is these windows. So there's a switch, two switches that goes in the center here, I believe. And that needs to be wired up, and because they're electric windows, sometimes you can get the winder windows, but we didn't have them, unfortunately. So we have to get the switches for that wired up, and then we also need to install windows in after that, which is a bit of a tricky job as well. When we get all that done though, it is safe to say we can plow on, get all the car cleared out at the back, get anything that's unnecessary, start putting the dash back together because it's firing up no problem again. So we had an issue with the starter with this one, but we cleaned a lot of the earths and things like that, tidied up the fuse board, and it should fire up. Just see there now if you'd like to hear it. Let's get our battery on here. Make sure it's a neutral so we don't crash into the door of the garage. We have lights looking a little weak though. Almost. Give it a little bit of gas. So by any means, it's not perfect. Now, it is a ported and polished engine. I think I might have mentioned that in a previous video, but that might be why it sounds a little bit lumpy. But also, there's quite a few vacuums that still need to be connected. So when all of that work is done, the engine should sound a lot smoother and a lot healthier. But for now, I'm going to see if I can get any other jobs done to the car, such as the wiring loom. I've been putting this job off for quite a while because I've just been dreading it. So I'm going to go look for it here now through the boot. You can see it is quite a bit of a mess back here. So let's go and see what we can find. There's a good few different harnesses back here, but there's a very specific one that I need to find that runs through the back of the boot. Excuse me. There's quite a few different harnesses back here, but there's a very specific one that I need to find for the boot. It had to be cut to take the boot door off, so that will need to be patched back up and ran through the boot. And you can see here we need to get our window motor in there as well, so we need to get all those few bits and pieces, get them lined up, and see can we get them in. So what we're looking at here is a metal wire that I had to run through the boot. You could see that the harness runs as well. It's meant to run all along here and in through this little space here behind the boot door. Not a very easy job to do. It's not the most complex job in the world, but it will require quite a bit of patience. I've tried this wire that you see here. It's just a standard wire. It's just a standard, I don't know what you call it, thread wire. Didn't work at all. So I opted for the metal wire here that I had to go and cut, and that worked much better. So if you are looking to do a job like this, definitely would recommend looking for a metal wire like this, because it just it can kind of come through the boot a lot easier, and it kind of loops back around to the space where I need to get it through. So I need to attach my harness here now. I'm going to use some electrical tape, and that needs to be soldered onto this harness here. So that'll be a job for another day. For today, let's get everything lined up. Let's get it all organized and see can we get it through. So no doubt that's a massive job done. I'm really happy to get that out of the way. So I'm going to turn my attention to the few interior bits that are kind of easy to do that I'll get done quickly. So I'm going to focus on the seat belts, the ones that are right here next to me, and I'm also going to see what other bits I can have a look at. So it doesn't exactly feel like I got a whole pile done today, but that boot wiring is something that I've been dreading doing, just because I was kind of wondering how was I going to get it through. It's quite a difficult, it's quite an awkward job that does require a bit of patience, but we got there, and that is another big job done. I'm also going to fit the boot spoiler at some point, but I'm still not quite sure how I'm going to do it, because there's some clips missing that you would screw into, so I'm gonna have to have a think about that, as I don't want to just glue it on there. So it's shaping up. We can see the interior bits here, they're all fitted. They're all obviously not fully fitted because there's some broken clips. So I have some that I need to replace. I just need to get around to doing it. But it is shaping up week by week, just very, very slowly, focusing on mainly the engine and getting everything running right. Hopefully we will see this car in the summer, very, very hopefully. It would be nice to see it driving, it really, really would. It's been off the car for a number of years, but it is looking lovely. The paint came out lovely when that was done probably about a year, probably 2 years ago now. And yeah, they've just been so busy with other cars like the Mazda with my other 106 GTI and the MI16, of course, which we are making a little bit of progress with, and I will hope to get a video on that very soon. So I do want to say thank you very much to everyone who's watched this video. I hope you do find this project interesting, and see you again in the next video. Thanks very much.